Welcome back to part 2 of God's Basement. This has been a pretty good story so far. I like it. I imagine there's a huge twist coming at some point, but I mean, it's already pretty dark. Like, some pretty fucked up shit has happened to this family, and I, I mean, obviously something really messed up happened between the uh, James and the grandmother at some point, because I mean that's being hinted at as well. But also, I hope it explains who murdered James's parents, because that's also gonna be like, they also subtly hinted that the grandmother knew what happened with that. Oh, here we go. We got a note. All right. I'm starting to worry about the future. Grandma's condition continues to get worse. Is she going to stay like this for the rest of her life? I hope not. What will happen if I have to leave for college? Who is going to take care of her? The way it is now, I can barely leave her alone for 2 seconds without her breaking something. I'm currently in my third year of high school, so I still have a little bit of time to think about that. Hopefully I'll come up with a solution later. James. Alright, nothing's happening. I just entered my senior year of high school. It's time to start thinking about what happens after high school. I recently applied for this scholarship. It would pay for basically all my expenses, including tuition, room and board, and everything else. My biggest issue right now is my grandmother. We don't really have any relatives or anyone to take care of her besides me. Well, I have to take care of her for the rest of her life. The answer seems to be yes. Her condition keeps getting worse and worse. I know this is selfish, but I feel quite bitter about this current situation. I keep having to make sacrifices for her sake. Hopefully I'll think of a solution sooner rather than later. James. Oh boy. Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God?
Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God?
I have great news. I was one of the recipients for the scholarship. There is a downside, though. I can only use it on certain colleges. The lists they gave me are all too far away to commute on a daily basis from our house and the college, so I would definitely have to move. The problem there is that no one would be able to take care of my grandmother. I can't just leave her. She can't cook or buy groceries or do anything by herself. I'm practically her caretaker rather than her grandson. If I leave her, she'll probably wind up dead from starvation or some sort of accident. Feels like I don't have many options here. Tough situation for sure. Or are you going to leave me too? Holy shit. Man, don't do that to me. Make me zoom in on something and then... Fucking... Damn it. Alright, we're looking for something to get those boards off, probably. No note that time. There we go. Why did that hammer look like it had blood on it? Oh god. Oh shit. Alright. Oh boy. Uh-oh. This game hasn't been really heavy on the jump scares yet, so they're actually effective, like, because they're not monstrously overdoing it like some games do.
James, it's been a while since our last encounter. That was a lot of information to absorb. I hope you got most of it, but I'll try to summarize the best that I can. You were trying your hardest to get by high school while also taking care of your grandmother, along with holding a part-time job. At the end of high school, you had amazing grades and received a full-ride scholarship. The only problem was you would have to leave your grandmother to attend college. She raised you all by herself after your parents passed away. It tore you up inside, knowing that you would have to abandon her to move forward in your life. Slowly but surely, her condition kept deteriorating, to the point where it was an extreme burden to provide care for her. You had to make a choice, abandon her and move on with your life, or throw away a full-ride scholarship and sacrifice your potential to take care of her. Are you ready to find out what choice you made? This is kind of exciting, isn't it? Well, I won't make you wait any longer. You chose to stay. You felt that it would be wrong to abandon her, especially when she needed you the most. She took care of you when you were abandoned, right? You were just returning the favor. If you haven't noticed, this area represents your old job. The one you worked while taking care of your grandmother after you graduated. First thing you should probably do is sign in. Enter the door to your left and find your ID card. I'll speak to you soon. Good luck. beyond organizing those boxes?
No, not really.
Are those boxes heavy? It must get pretty tiring doing this 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, probably would.
Hey, I think you missed one. Look over there, in the corner.
Tell me I don't have to do all of these, please. I can't even get a hold of that one, so hopefully we don't have to.
Does it get tiring? Doing this job day after day, only to come home having to care for your elderly grandmother. Do you ever feel regret? Maybe you should have just taken the scholarship and ran off. Think of all the potential you wasted. Was it worth it? Doing the same thing every single day. Are you anxiously waiting to get home, or do you find this job more tedious than taking care of her? might seem like I'm trying to belittle you, but I'm just relaying the thoughts you had at the time. It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Sacrificing the future for the present. Sacrificing all that potential to have a clear conscience. Was it worth it?
I mean, it's still the right thing to do. You know, I mean, much as it sucks, it's still the right thing to do.
Wow, great job, James. Are you ready to start all over again tomorrow?
Okay, so we're down to literally barricading Grandma into her room at night, so she can't leave and break things. It's pretty messed up. There are no broken plates in the kitchen. What are you talking about? And I can't pick up the knife they're talking about. Why do we need a knife? Oh, Lord. Maybe I'm missing a note somewhere. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. There's one. What? Clean up any broken plates. Hide kitchen knife under bed. Check emails on phone. Nail wooden planks over the door. Turn off all the lights. Go to bed. Oh, now the broken plate showed up. I had to read that. Oh, here we go. It is unfortunate you have declined our scholarship program. Thank you for applying. We hope you are successful in all your future academic endeavors. Yeah. Nothing's happening, and I can't move. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Grandma's broke through the barricade. Yep. Oops. Pain. Are you full of it? Patience. Are you out of it? When will your suffering end? On the actual note, it's her is crossed out and replaced with your. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. He's resenting her for everything he had to sacrifice to stay with her.
Pain. Are you full of it? Patience. Are you out of it? James. When will your suffering end? You wanted her to die, didn't you? Not for her sake, but for your own. You yearned for her death, not because her suffering would cease. It was because yours would cease as well.
Today I found my laptop broken. I left her alone for just a few minutes while I was in the bathroom, and I guess she walked into my bedroom and had an episode. I'll have to drain my savings in order to replace it. James. Yep. Okay, so what's the deal with hiding the knife under your bed? I get barricading her in the room, fucked up as it is.
Do you feel the resentment pulsating through your veins? Do you feel the last breath of patience exiting your body? Do you feel the rage welling up, overflowing, displacing empathy, sympathy, and love? Do you hear it? It's calling you. A way out. Follow it. Let it guide you.
That's about the murder of the parents.
While sifting through some old boxes, you found an interesting set of documents that revealed the truth about your past. Your grandparents were involved in an accident that killed your grandfather and your infant brother. It wasn't your grandmother's fault entirely, but your parents couldn't help but put the blame on her. With no family or friends left, living a hopeless and bleak existence, your grandmother decided to murder them. With your parents out of the way, she could raise you all by herself. Her desire was selfish and evil.
Holy shit.
That was all you needed. A way to justify her death. A way to break the burden of taking care of her. Do you remember what you did? I'll walk you through it once more, just in case you've forgotten.
Holy fucking crap. It was the grandmother that murdered my parents. Oh, God. And now I'm assuming that I found a way to kill her because he found out she was the one that murdered his parents. I did something unspeakable. I killed them. I murdered them both. I didn't know what to do. I had nothing left to live for. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's fucked up. That's... Get the knife, get the new radio, get the phone. Place the knife on her bed, replace the old radio, place the phone on the table outside the door, wait outside her room. James, what did you do? It's the same note as the other one. Knife, radio, phone. Alright. I can't. Oh, there we go.
Yes, I'm talking to you. Are you listening to me? I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Are you in pain? Do you want that pain to go away? I can show you a way out, but you're going to have to do exactly what I say. Don't worry, very soon you won't feel any pain at all. You won't have to suffer any longer. The first thing I want you to do is to grab the knife on your bed. You're doing a great job. It's very sharp, so please be careful with it. The next step is to gently press the knife against your stomach. You're doing a wonderful job. Now, press a little harder. Keep applying more pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh of your stomach. You might feel quite a bit of pain, but that's going to be temporary. You're doing a great job. I want you to pull the knife out. Is there a warm, red fluid gushing out of your stomach? If so, then you applied enough pressure. I know that this might be painful, but pretty soon it's going to be all over. I want you to repeat the process, except now go a little to the right of the original spot. Keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. Now that you've done the process twice, for the third time, go to the left of the original spot. Once again, keep applying pressure until the knife penetrates the flesh. You're doing a great job. Now return to the original spot. I want you to jab the knife into the wound 3 times. This time, don't slowly apply pressure. I want you to press the knife into your stomach as hard as you can. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. You're doing a wonderful job. Are you in pain? Are you suffering? I know you are, but don't worry. It'll all go away soon. This is the last step. Are you ready? All you have to do is to repeat the process, except this time, press the knife against your neck. Whenever you're ready, just swiftly thrust the knife into your neck. Then very soon, all the pain will go away. That's it. Let it all go. Pass on into the next world, wherever that might be. Goodbye. I can guarantee you will not be missed. James, you murdered her. You knew about her delusions. She always talked about the man in the radio, so you decided to become that character. You replaced the old radio, and then played an audio file telling her to stab herself repeatedly with a knife. You knew she was delusional and had episodes of schizophrenia. She followed your instructions and eventually bled to death due to her self-inflicted injuries. Since all the evidence pointed to a suicide, you weren't charged with anything. You finally got what you wanted. You were finally free. You might be wondering how exactly you ended up dead. Well, for the first few months, you lived your life carefree. You actually enjoyed life to some extent, not being tied down by an ill relative. But eventually, that all came crashing down. It started off with brief, horrific, gruesome nightmares. Visions of her stabbing herself endlessly, blood gushing out of her wounds, flooding your mind with blood-red guilt. Slowly, these nightmares leaked into your daily life. You'd see her out of the corner of your eye, whether you were driving, walking down the street, or at work. Even though you killed her, she never really left. She lived in your mind and haunted you every day until you eventually couldn't fall asleep. Every time you closed your eyes, even for the briefest of moments, she'd manifest in your subconscious. Eventually, you went to the hospital and you were prescribed sleep medicine, but that only suppressed the issue. Slowly, your body adjusted to the medicine and you needed to increase the dose for the medicine to be effective. This process kept repeating until you were taking multiple times the recommended amount. You were addicted until one night you overdosed on sleep medication. Right now, in this moment, your physical body is currently in a hospital bed, hovering between the thin line of life and death. You're still probably wondering why you're here in God's basement. I'll finally tell you who I am and what this place really is. God's basement is a realm for those who have committed great sin but are still redeemable. The individuals that arrive in God's basement relive their own versions of hell, allowing them to reflect on their life and watch their slow descent into evil. Their resentment, hate, bitterness, and jealousy accumulate until those emotions manifest themselves through atrocious acts, yours being murder. You were backed into a corner, watching your life slowly pass you by. All those opportunities you sacrificed. All that potential wasted. You became bitter and resentful. Many could sympathize with you. Many might have even done the same. You were hopeless, and it felt like you were inside a living hell. I am called the Operator. I am an entity that manifests in God's basement. I manifest myself in different ways depending on the person. My job is to guide the person inside God's basement and allow them to relive their life from a different perspective. In your case, I manifested with many characteristics resembling the man in the radio. Hopefully this explanation cleared everything up. You're still probably wondering what happens now that you have all your memories. I mentioned earlier that God's basement are for those who are still redeemable. Even though you committed an atrocious sin, you were trapped in a hopeless existence. Also, the person you killed wasn't really your grandmother. She was a shell of her former self. Your grandmother died long ago. Part of you wanted to see her suffering cease. Your crime was both cruel and merciful at the same time. You are going to get a second chance at life. Pretty soon you're going to wake up in a hospital bed out of your drug-induced coma. Learn to live with what you did. The feelings of guilt, paranoia, and pain will never completely go away. James, make the most out of life and be grateful for this second chance. One last thing. Good luck.
Damn. Wow. That was some deeply fucked up shit. We can't even blame the fact that she killed his parents on her senility, because that was just a straight up act of selfish evil because she was alone and they wouldn't talk to her. Because they were grieving for their other child that was lost. The only thing I don't understand, I understand what he did, but I don't understand how he got the audio file on his phone to play through a radio. That doesn't make sense. I mean, because if he... Yeah, that's the only thing I don't get. How did he get the file to play? Because it was playing on the phone, so what did the radio have to do with it at all? Like... That's pretty deep. Very deep. Very good. Deep, unsettling, super disturbing story. I like it. Some of the puzzle mechanics could have been a little better explained or better implemented. Light cube puzzle, I'm looking at you, but overall, that was good. That was good. Very emotionally disturbing and effective. I like it. Alright. Well, that was God's Basement. The link for that is in the description if you want to play that for yourself. As always, thank you for watching both parts of this, and we'll see you in the next game.